What's good? Hotbox in the studio. As always, we're live on YouTube. Why the fuck did my fucking camera move? Alright. Live on YouTube, Instagram, and this will be uploaded as a VOD on YouTube. Let's, like this. I think this is Purple Haze. Pretty sure. Little pre-roll I got. I feel like good. A draft from that AC. Like it. Cool. Alright. Got music going. I'm gonna get faded. By the way, the reason I haven't been streaming, and I made a video talking about this, but the reason I haven't been streaming is I broke the Thrustmaster. Both the replacement wheels don't work, so I gotta get another wheel. But I felt like doing a stream today because I haven't done it in a while, so hotboxing the studio seemed like a decent idea. And it's not gonna work if this fucking vent's open. I'm gonna have to stand up in my chair. Some good fucking weed. I mean, nicotine. It's nicotine. Guys, I live in Colorado. That was a really good O. Jesus Christ. Oh. I feel like it would be easier to hotbox the recording booth. Oh man. I'm gonna end the Instagram stream. If you're watching on, I hate not being able to use my phone. It kind of pisses me off. Anyway, um, so the plan. If you didn't see the update video, the plan is more variety for the channel, because I mostly just do like smoking, right? Like that's the main thing. But we've been recording some like ghost hunting videos. There's gonna be more car videos. This is like kind of a car channel. It's supposed to be. I just don't do much car content. But it's mostly like cars and smoking. And yeah, we're gonna have a bunch more car shit and ghost hunting shit. Oh, that hurts. Ugh. Um, Shout out Power Smoke for this. This was a free pre-roll, and it's really good. My throat hurts like a bitch because I'm a little sick, and I shouldn't be smoking right now, but I am. I don't have water. It's over there. I don't feel like getting up. I wonder. Okay. I got this Pac-Man lamp. Trying to see if it would show up on camera. Pretty sick. I gotta get up anyway. Might as well get the water. Still hot. Decent hotbox going. I've hotboxed the room with carts, so it's not like it's not possible to hotbox it with a joint. Austin Snow Globe, pretty fire. Oh. I've been listening to so much Zillakami. I guess we can watch something. Could probably do something besides just sit and smoke. Let me see. We want to watch Mr. B. Allen. I feel like let's just watch some scary shit. Mr. B. Allen. We could watch something funny, but the shit I find funny is like hug bees and shit. I mean, I guess we could watch how it's actually made. Or okay, let's just do Mr. B. Allen. Here, we'll do this one. Hold on. Pause, bitch. How many times do I have to click pause? God damn. Alright. And that music off. My fucking computer's really laggy now. And I don't know why. 'Cause I haven't done anything to. Like, I haven't changed anything about it. There we go. Let's see the ashtray.
Safe place. But before we get into that story, if you're a fan of the strange, dark, and mysterious delivered in story format, then you've come to the right place because that's all we do, and we upload once a week. So, if that's of interest to you,
See, people are always saying I only do carts, like I only smoke carts. I smoke joints, blunts. Joints are my favorite. I'm not gonna lie.
Also, please subscribe to our channel and turn on all notifications.
But I do smoke a lot of carts. I have like 4 sitting over there right now. And yeah, I'm supposed to not be smoking because I'm like allergic. But I don't care. And I'll just deal with the headache.
On the afternoon
it's fine.
Of December 6th, 1997, a man named Yuri Trush drew his rifle and crept silently through a remote forest in eastern Russia.
Being high is better. Like, I'd rather be high and have a headache than be sober and not have a headache. I'm not gonna lie. I think that's like addict behavior.
Because they knew someone or something was out in these woods watching them. After walking for a while, Yuri and his crew spotted a small cabin up ahead in this clearing. This cabin, they knew, belonged to a guy named Vladimir Markov, who was a hunter who had gone missing recently, and that was actually why Yuri and this crew were out here. They were searching for Vladimir. But as Yuri and his crew got closer to this cabin, Yuri couldn't help but feel really terrified. Yuri was a 47-year-old big-time weightlifter and ex-military guy who was also a seasoned hunter. I mean, this is a tough, strong guy.
My eye hurts.
Walked up on Vladimir's cabin. It was super obvious that something horrible and violent had happened here. All around the scene was pieces.
It's not my eye, it's the vein in my face. I'm fine.
That was shattered outside, and the pieces were everywhere. There was a bunch of beehive boxes that had been badly damaged. There was the shed that clearly had been ripped to pieces, and also all over the area outside of this cabin was blood. And this pink trail of snow, this blood trail they were following, led right up to the front door of this cabin, where there was also a big streak of blood on the front door. Now, even though Yuri was scared to go any further, he knew he was in charge, and he had to go and look inside that cabin to see if maybe Vladimir was there. And so Yuri walked into the bloody clearing. He made his way up to the front door of the cabin.
I'm gonna save the rest of this for a little bit later.
On the porch, he used his rifle and pushed the door inward. Now, at first, Yuri didn't see anything inside the cabin because his eyes hadn't adjusted and there were no windows, so no light was coming into the cabin. But after a second of Yuri kind of standing in the doorway with his rifle to make sure there was no threat inside the cabin, you know, his eyes adjusted and he
I'll be right back.
Vladimir
Hold on.
not...
I'm so cooked. You guys are gonna get to see me high. Like in the videos, I'm high, but I try not to get really high in the videos because then I can't film. I get a little autistic. This is what I was getting. I just fucked up my camera. I think I fucked up my camera really bad. Hold on. Yeah, it's
not in there, and in fact, the cabin looked abandoned. So Yuri stepped inside and he looked around, and immediately he noticed all the walls inside this cabin were covered in these deep gouges and scratches. And then he looked on the ground and he found more wrecked furniture and lots more blood. But in a weird way, this actually gave Yuri some hope that maybe Vladimir was alive. He might be badly hurt, but if he's not here, he must be somewhere. And so Yuri turned around and he walked out of the cabin, and right as he stepped onto the snow with his men and his dog right behind him, three things happened practically all at once. The first thing was Yuri's dog began whining uncontrollably and running in circles. And number two, there were all these crows in the trees nearby that just all at once suddenly flew into the sky and disappeared. And the third thing was
you guys have seen that the um strobe light is very blinding, right? So we put it on the paintball gun. Um, I put we put the strobe light on the paintball gun because like when we're shooting at people, it'll it'll disorient them and they won't know what's happening, and it like trips them out. It's great. So more paintball content coming with the strobe light. This thing's pretty fire. I'm not gonna lie, I love this thing.
this unbelievably loud growling sound that seemed to be coming from somewhere really far away and also somewhere really close. It was like the forest itself was growling. 5 days earlier, on December 1st, the soon-to-be missing hunter, Vladimir Markov, decided to give up on another unsuccessful hunt, and he slung his rifle over his shoulders and he lit a cigarette under his big bushy mustache, and he and his three dogs turned around and began the slow walk back to their small cabin in the middle of the woods. Vladimir was really frustrated because he'd been staying in this cabin in the woods, away from his wife, away from his family, to try to hunt some game and bring some meat back, but so far he hadn't caught anything. But as Yuri and his three dogs
I find it absolutely insane that places like Russia exist. Like places where there's so much fucking wilderness. Oh man, oh fuck. My head hurts like a bitch. Like places where there's so much like wilderness and shit. It's insane to me cuz like in America we don't really have that shit. Like oh god. Most of America is city. Like there is woodland and shit, but most of America is cities or towns. Mm, everything hurts. Couldn't have smoked this much. Fuck. I'm gonna have to keep my hand on my head.
He spotted something up ahead that was like an
It's keeping it from hurting.
He saw there was a dead boar just lying out in the middle of the forest, and it was in this big pool of blood, and there was still steam coming off of the body, which meant this was a fresh kill. And so Vladimir raised his rifle in case whatever had killed this animal was nearby, but when he didn't see anything, he just went with his dogs over to the carcass, and he pulled out a hatchet, and he cut off 2 big haunches of meat from this boar. Now, Vladimir knew it was totally in bad form to steal another potential hunter's kill, although he didn't know if a hunter had killed this boar or if another animal had killed this boar, but he still felt bad about what he was doing. However, Vladimir was desperate. He didn't have any meat, and here it was, so he took the opportunity. After Vladimir had wrapped up this meat and put it in his bag, he and his 3 dogs jogged
Yo,
the
what's
last few
good?
miles back to the cabin.
Smoke
And when they
more?
got there, it was basically
No.
black outside. Now,
I
Vladimir
smoked
was
too
not
much.
scared of the forest at night,
Uh,
but he knew there were predators out here at night. So
it was
he
a
needed to
bad
act quickly.
idea.
So he rushed over to his small shed that was right outside of his cabin, and he put the board
Where
game
the
inside, shut
what
the door, and locked it.
where the
And then he
fuck?
turned
Oh
to go
god,
into his cabin
my
to
head
retire for
hurts.
the night.
Where
But
the
after
fuck is
taking
my
only a couple of steps towards his cabin,
where the fuck is my chat? Fuck. Where's my chat box? Oh fuck, I smoked way too much. All right.
he realized his 3 dogs had not followed him. And so he turned around.
Do a
and saw
dab.
the 3 dogs were totally on edge, looking
I'll-
out
okay.
beyond the shed where he had just put the meat.
Here, FaceTime me. If you can. If you're at the party, you're chilling. Oh. This is gonna. Alright. That's crazy to put that in the fucking YouTube chat.
They were kind of looking out into the dark forest. Now remember, he's all alone in the middle of the woods here. It's nighttime, there's no visibility. And so Vladimir grabbed his flashlight and he shined it kind of roughly in the direction
What up,
that the dogs were
everyone?
looking, like they had
More
seen
people are
something.
joining. This
He
is
shined his
great.
light, but all he sees are just dark trees.
If I add
and there's
hashtags,
nothing there.
it'll-
Vladimir did his best
I'll just
not
put
to
this down.
panic,
If
but
I add
he couldn't help but
hashtags, it'll
feel
add
like
more
there was a
people.
predator nearby, and his dogs had picked up on it, and so he just wanted to get inside the cabin and shut and lock the door as quickly as possible. And so he began backing up towards the door of his cabin while calling his dogs towards him, and 2 of the dogs followed. But a 3rd dog just stayed where she was and continued to kind of whine and growl and look out away from the cabin in this direction that all the dogs were looking. But eventually, this dog just took off running into the forest. Vladimir, who loved his dogs, screamed and screamed for this dog to come back. But the dog didn't. So Vladimir just stood there with his 2 dogs in front of his cabin door, listening to the bark of this 3rd dog getting farther and farther away into the woods. And then suddenly, Vladimir heard his dog start to whimper. And then it was like the forest erupted with the loudest growl he had ever heard in his life. And then there was silence. Vladimir was horrified and just instinctively grabbed the 2 other dogs and stumbled into his cabin and shut and locked the door behind him. Now, Vladimir adored his 3 dogs. Those were his closest friends in the world, and all he wanted to do was run out there and save that 3rd dog. But just based on how loud that growl was, he knew whatever was out there would kill him. And so this was a suicide mission if he went out there. And so he decided he would just stay put with the 2.
The solution is a shotgun, a 12 gauge. We got Eli. Hold up, let me switch to full screen. We got Eli. Are you pulling up? You pulling up, Goober? Alright. Ooh. Don't get too drunk. You can drive. If you get too drunk, you won't be able to drive. So don't do that. Oh yeah, guys, we're not advocating for drinking and driving. I am. Why can't? What?
Advocate drinking and driving, but if you don't have to responsibly drink
say, and I've always said this, if you can drive good drunk, you're an even better driver sober, right? You should practice driving drunk. Also, the more you drunk drive, the better you get at it.
Exactly. And the more you work on it, it's like anything. It's like fucking learning how to ride a bike.
Yeah, the more you do it, the better you are.
You wobble and shit, like you might swerve and shit and hit the fucking post. But that's okay, that's a part of the learning experience.
Yeah.
You know? And then you learn, like after you fix DUI, and then that's the moment you know you're a pro NASCAR driver.
You also got to learn how to not act drunk.
Which did it all. I don't know if anybody knows who that is. That if you know who that is, you are the whitest human being on planet Earth, and I don't know what to tell you.
By the way, guys, the reason the audio quality dropped is because I switched to the webcam so you could hear him.
I feel like y'all can hear me better now. Oh shit. Okay, now there we go. Can you hear me better?
Yeah. What are you smoking on today?
Today we are gonna be on lemon.
Yeah.
Shout out to my boy Sebastian. Hooked us up for the birthday.
Yeah, I purchased that. That was me. I did that.
All Sebastian.
I'm so goddamn high.
So, the Eli conception just happened.
Oh yeah, he lost the dab tool. So that's a thing. You guys don't see it because I usually cut it out the videos, but we lose the dab tool every single fucking time we smoke.
Oh, I'm telling you, at this point, Sebastian can make a compilation of the amount of times I've lost my dab tools, and I'm telling you, it probably happens at least 2-3 times in a video. Like,
yeah, we always lose it. Every time we smoke, we lose the dab tool at least once.
Because I'm like too focused on like talking to the camera or.
No, it's not even that. It's because we aren't even always recording. Like every single time we smoke, you lose the dab tool. It's something to do with the car. The car somehow. The car hides it somehow.
I think my car is racist. At this point, we need to have a petition against Baseline for having racist cars. Hey guys, everybody write down the petition below.
Hey, don't get me banned, by the way. Don't do what Cash does. You know what Cash does. Don't get me banned.
Bro, no. I'm not saying anything like that. They are a racist company because they do not like me because I am.
You're an American.
Okay, I want to get this common conception down because as a Hispanic man, I want to know: is being Puerto Rican considered Hispanic?
You want me to Google that?
Are we considered American? Yeah, I kind of want to see that. I want to see what Google has to say about it. Are Puerto Ricans considered minorities? Is what you should put.
Hold on.
Oh, and I don't even know if you heard the conversation earlier. But Sebastian, if he heard the conversation, he confirmed my grandma is Puerto Rican as fuck. Talking straight Spanish to me and everything.
You're Hispanic and American.
I'm the best of both worlds.
No, you're the worst of both worlds. You're not Cuban. Cubans are cool, even though they're not Americans.
So wait, if I had to be Pablo Escobar status to be cool with you?
Not, I mean, you're cool. Puerto Ricans are cool. I know a lot of cool Puerto Ricans, but...
How many Puerto Ricans do you know?
You, your whole family, all your cousins,
They're part Puerto Rican.
everyone you know. I know you. That's good enough.
Like, I know you. That's all I needed.
Yeah, cause you're like, I don't know. You're weird. You're cool.
You said you're weird, but you're cool.
Yeah.
What is it? Am I weird or am I cool?
Yeah. Yeah. Uh huh.
There's no. You can't just say that.
Uh huh. Yep.
Gotta have like a
Yeah.
like a reasonable reason to say I'm weird. Oh shit! I'm Mexican. Don't cancel me YouTube. I swear I'm.
It's fine. If I said it, it would have been a problem. But you're good.
I at least have a good percentage of it.
Yeah. I only have like 3.
He said 3. I'm dead.
No, I think it's more than that. I think I'm like, I don't know, like 9 or 10% Mexican.
Here we go.
Hold on. I relight mine.
Oh, don't worry. It'll take a while for mine to load anyway. Cheers, everybody. This one's for the blog. In the chat. Double crazy idea. What the fuck? What the fuck? That worked? Fashion, if you missed that, I don't know what to tell you.
No, I saw it.
We're good. We're back. What does it say on your door? There?
What?
Oh, dark.
Oh. Yeah.
Oh. I don't know what to tell you guys, but it was crazy. I saw Jesus. He is real, guy. He is real. I can confirm on the way when I saw. I don't even think I've ever told you about this, huh?
Nah.
Okay. Nah, true story though. I found a Native American because when I went to Colorado, everybody in the videos by now probably just talked about it in the past. And I went on a trip to Colorado, and when I went to Colorado, I came across a man named I forgot his name.
His name's not important. Don't dox the guy.
Yeah, I'm not gonna be federal about this. Long story short, he was talking to me about skinwalkers and all this other stuff.
The shit I like, yeah.
Yes, Native Americans look to the spirits, but they do believe in a higher up.
Uh-huh.
But their higher up is different. It's like an energy form, like what people really think will God's like.
Like what a parallelogram is.
Kind of. Yes, definitely what that is.
I don't think you know what a parallelogram is.
I don't. Please elaborate.
Pretty sure it's a type of shape or something.
A type of shift?
Shape, hold on. I think it's a shape, hold on. Fucking hell, yep. Found it, yeah, no, it's a shape.
He's like, well, wait a minute. It could be many other things too.
It's a shape.
Alright, everybody, we're switching to glass piece. I know we all love the beautiful.
Oh, that's a clean Corvette. I'm gonna send you this.
You're gonna get another fucking Corvette.
No, well, I'm not keeping this one. I'm just gonna like clean it up and like maybe engine swap it or something, and then sell it for like 100. I want the R8. That's what I'm trying to do.
Everybody knows I go to different pieces every time I smoke. So, cheers, chat. This one's for y'all. If y'all don't like this, you're gay. And if you really are, that just sucks.
Don't be saying that shit on my stream. Let the record show that I didn't say it. Nothing.
I think that was Carbon for saying that we love everyone.
Bro.
Don't mind me, I'm just very, very drunk.
You got Discord?
I actually do now.
Cool. We should we can do some Thursday episodes like remotely.
Yeah. I used to film them on Zoom.
Discord.
Oh fuck. Last piece. It's gonna go crazy. Whoa. Whoa. I almost witnessed the Eli throw up. Whoa. Whoa.
Don't throw up, that's bad.
We're not gonna talk. We're good. But what I am gonna say is we're about to connect to a big ass rig. We're not big. You know, people are like, what is he doing?
What are you doing? You gotta be on meth. You gotta be. You gotta be. What the fuck is wrong with this guy?
We have a glass piece right here.
Who's messaging me on Instagram? Was that you? Oh.
No, that's not me. I'm in the car.
Fucking cash. Because of course it is.
On what?
Of course it was cash.
Well, on what? Instagram?
Uh-huh.
Shit. Type shit. Type shit. Tell him to join the YouTube stream.
No.
He's like, no, you're gonna mess up my chat history.
That's what he's gonna do. He's gonna spam the N word, and then I'm gonna get banned.
Mind you, Cash was an amazing person.
Uh-huh.
But
he's just a little racist.
Hard to film with sometimes. It's okay though. He's actually starting to get better.
I just figured something out. I think
that just made everything worse.
He's dying, guys.
You know how you end racism?
Huh?
They be more racist than the whites. It just makes them not.
All right, you're drunk.
Just saying, it's logical. Like what you said with the.
Yeah, but that's different because like gun laws are stupid. You're.
Why do you think they never pick on the Mexicans? Because we outdo them. It's just a joke.
You're gonna get me. He's gonna.
What? Oh, have you tried forcing it?
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah.
Oh, I was gonna say. You gotta run some Forza, bro.
Where the fuck are you?
Show you my case. Show you my case. I got a good case on it.
Let's see.
Yes, sir.
That's a lot.
Oh, sorry, Rocky. You okay? Yeah, you get the bull, boys.
It's a dog, guys. It's a dog. Oh, look at the dog, everybody. The dog will boost my views.
Hopefully he does. Hopefully he does.
Everyone loves dogs.
They're nice leches. There's leches with Oreos on it.
Oh, that's pretty fire.
My mom made it. She didn't make the leches part, but she made the crumble and the... I made it. Yeah, you know what? My mom made it. Who is that? Yeah. The Don Julio. Oh, yeah, I didn't even show you.
Oh yeah. Guys, look at the Don Julio. Woo.
Yeah, we got all that.
Oh shit. When you pull up, I got a bottle for you too.
Got that deep Betty.
When you pull up, I got a bottle for you.
No. Tell them all I said thank you. Alright, man. Back into the stream.
Let me know when you're finna pull up. Alright, see you, bro. Bet. Alright, cool. Well, that was fun. Switch over to the other mic. I'm sorry about the quality for the past little bit. I'm sure it was terrible. I doubt you could understand anything. I'm actually gonna check how bad it was, and then we'll get back into the stories. Oh no, that was fine. That's what I'll do when people call me then.
Dogs, and he
Switch
just
to that
hoped
one.
that his third dog somehow survived its encounter with whatever was out there. If you're enjoying today's story, well, I have exciting news for you. My long-awaited very first book is out right now. It's called Mr. Ballin Presents Strange, Dark, and Mysterious, the graphic
I don't know if
stories,
you can hear
and
that. I
shipping
should turn it
worldwide
up.
right now. This graphic novel was truly a labor of love, but I can tell you it came out just beautiful, and I think you're going to love it as much as we do. It has 4 feature-length, brand-new stories, one of which you're listening to
My
right
beanie's
now,
pretty fucked
along
up
with
right now.
5 OG classic Mr. Ballin stories that have all been reformatted and re-edited to fit this book. If you want to purchase a copy of this bad boy, just go to book.ballinstudios.com, or you can go wherever books or audiobooks are sold. And speaking of audiobooks, if you enjoy hearing me tell you stories, well, guess what? There is an audiobook version of this. And I can tell you, when I recorded said audiobook, I got really into it and kind of, at times, went off script.
That's
kinda
great.
dramatically.
That's enough advertising on my stream. You get enough views. Yeah, you don't need my views.
After sitting in his cabin for only a couple of minutes, kind of consoling his 2 other dogs, Vladimir heard more activity outside of his cabin. He heard what sounded like woods splintering and breaking. Now, there were no windows in Vladimir's cabin. However, he had drilled a couple of holes, very small holes, in each of the walls of the cabin so he could look out and use them as hunting blinds. And so Vladimir ran to the hole that looked out the front of his cabin towards where his shed was and where this wood breaking sound was coming from. And when he looked out through this hole, remember, it's the middle of the night, there's no lights outside, so he couldn't really see anything. But even in the darkness,
See,
when he looked kind of roughly in the direction of the shed,
I've been saying it for years.
he could clearly see this huge...
This guy's a hunter, right? Or like he's doing something with guns or something. Wasn't really paying attention. Just shoot the thing, right? Like, the problem in all of these stories is the guy never has a gun. Well, this time they do have a gun, so solve the fucking issue. Like,
shadowy creature moving around really violently, like its body was jerking in different directions. And it was obvious to Vlad that whatever this creature was, it was ripping his shed to pieces, breaking all the wood apart, probably to get in and get the boar meat. And that's when it dawned on Vladimir that whatever this creature was, it very likely was the creature that killed the boar that he stole, and now this creature was back to reclaim its meat. And so as Vladimir realized that, he just hoped that whatever this creature was, once it had its boar meat back, that it would just leave and not come after him. However, after this creature had totally decimated the shed, and so by default had clearly reached the boar meat inside, the creature didn't leave. It just sat down and stared in the direction of Vladimir and the cabin. And for several hours, Vladimir just continued to stare out this hunting blind hole at this shadow creature that was not moving. And after a while, Vladimir got tired. The creature wasn't moving. It's the middle of the night. He'd been really busy all day. So at some point, Vladimir and his two dogs kind of dozed off. And when they woke up a couple hours later, when it was still dark outside, Vladimir looked out the hole again and
noticed his leg was missing.
Gone. For a second,
just
Vladimir
shoot the
was
thing.
relieved. He's thinking, great, this thing's gone. I'm safe now.
No.
But just to make sure, he wanted to go to the other holes he had drilled in the walls of his cabin to look out in all four directions.
It just moved closer to him.
Was gone. So he stood up and he walked over to one side. He looked out that hole, and all he saw was dark forest, nothing there. He walked to the other side of the cabin to another one of these holes. He looked out it, and again, just dark forest, no creature. Then he goes to the back of his cabin and looks out that hole, and this time, again, he does see just dark forest, but then suddenly something slammed into the wall that he's looking through, and then just as suddenly as this huge collision has happened, as Vladimir is kind of still looking out the hole, this massive yellow eye suddenly lowers down and looks right back through the hole right at Vladimir. It was the shadowy creature
stories that didn't happen.
Never left. And this creature, after quickly looking at
stories
Vladimir
that didn't
hole,
happen.
It backed up a little bit, exposing its entire face to Vladimir.
That's what he should call
Vladimir,
this
so
story.
scared he
These
can't move. He's
videos.
looking out the hole the whole time. He sees this enormous face with all this fur that's covered in blood. It's got these enormous teeth, and its mouth is open, and it's staring right at him like it wants to jump on him and kill him. And then this creature winds up and swipes at the hole and literally rips a bunch of wood off the side of the cabin. And reflexively, Vladimir just grabs his rifle, raises it, and fires a shot through.
Whoa, should have done that in the first place, you fucking idiot. You know what would have been a better idea is when its eye was pressed against the fucking the wood, you just stick the fucking thing through it and shoot the fucking thing through the eye into the brain. You know what I'm saying? Like maybe that would have been a better idea. You fucking idiot.
Through the hole at this creature.
It took us 13 minutes for him to shoot it. I've been saying it since the beginning.
And the creature whimpers, turns around, and runs off.
Give or take
Vladimir
like 3
would stay
minutes
up
of
the rest
advertising.
the night, anxiously looking through each of the holes around his cabin, just anticipating this horrible thing to come right back and try to attack him again. But eventually the sun came up and the creature did not come back, and so Vladimir was thinking, okay, now I'm safe. I can go outside and kind of figure out what's happened here and figure out my next move. And so Vladimir grabbed his dogs, he went to his door, he opened it up, he stepped outside and looked around. He didn't see anything. As a precaution, he fired his rifle into the air to scare off any animals.
Shot was timed terribly.
And when clearly, the creature wasn't here, there's nothing here, he's all alone, he stepped down onto the snow and he noticed these huge prints in the snow, which had to be from this shadowy creature that had tried to attack him. But now that it was daylight, Vladimir can look at these prints up close, and he knew what kind of creature this was. This was a Siberian tiger, and this was an enormous Siberian tiger. But that was not the most terrifying part of this discovery. Instead, it was what Vladimir saw these prints doing. These prints circled around the cabin over and over and over again, which meant the night before, after Vladimir fell asleep, this tiger had come up and basically begun stalking him and his two dogs. It must have known they were in the cabin. And then at some point, maybe the tiger saw Vladimir's eye inside of that little hole he was looking through, and the tiger tried to pounce. But Vladimir's thinking to himself, something's wrong with this Siberian tiger. While Siberian tigers are certainly dangerous to people, they are not known for actively hunting people. That's not something they do.
It was rabid. No.
Based on what Vladimir saw the night before,
it was a skinwalker.
It's very likely that this Siberian tiger was actively stalking Vladimir. But even though Vladimir was totally terrified by this point, the only thought really going through his mind at this point was going out and trying to find his missing third dog. He knew the chances of his dog still being alive were slim.
Oh, it's not.
He had to go look. However, he knew he would need backup in case he ran into this Siberian tiger. So Vladimir put his two dogs on leashes, and then with them in hand, he began running towards his neighbor's house. It would take Vladimir and his dogs about 1 hour to run the 4 miles to his neighbor's cabin, and when he got there, he knocked, and his neighbor, whose name was Ivan, he opened the door, and Vladimir
of course it was.
Ran up.
Vladimir and Ivan. Yep. That's fucking everyone. Everyone. What the fuck do you mean false? Everyone in fucking Russia is named Vladimir or Ivan. It's always fucking Vladimir or Ivan. God fucking damn it. Or Boris. God damn it. You don't have to be stereotypes, You can have, like, actual names. Like, Mikhaili, that's a pretty cool name that they use in Russia. I mean, Vladimir's a cool name, too. That's pretty fire. But, like, Ivan and Boris, like, whatever.
Ivan over, just trying to get inside of his cabin to safety. And then once Vladimir was inside and Ivan had shut the door and he's looking at Vladimir, and then Vladimir just kind of vomited out all the stuff that had happened over the past 12 to 24 hours. And at the end of telling Ivan the story, Vladimir asked
what
him,
statement? What
my dog? And Ivan,
I've said a lot of things.
Eventually just said no. And then, after a long, awkward silence, Ivan kind of backed up from Vladimir, like he didn't want to be near him. And then Ivan told Vladimir that Vladimir had been marked by the tiger, and now the only hope he had was getting as far as humanly possible away from this tiger, because that tiger is never going to stop, and it's going to eventually track you down and kill you. Vladimir felt totally let down, but he couldn't force Ivan to go with him, and so he said, okay, I understand. And then Vladimir left Ivan's cabin. He went back outside, and the instant he was back on the snow, one of his two dogs suddenly acted like they heard something or
covered
seen
in
something,
dust,
and they took off running. Vladimir didn't have a chance to grab the dog's leash, and so he's watching.
This is what happens when you never clean your setup.
As yet
no, I'll just switch over here.
Again, one of his dogs is disappearing into the forest. Now, Vladimir did not chase after this second dog because he knew there was this Siberian tiger out there, and he couldn't risk, running into it by himself. And so again, it totally pained him to watch his beloved dog vanish into danger, but he really couldn't do anything about it right then. And so instead, Vladimir spent the rest of this day going cabin to cabin all over this area, asking all his neighbors, please come with him to help him track down his dogs. But each of the people he spoke to just said no for the same reasons Ivan did. They said, Vlad, you have been marked by the tiger. I'm not going out there with you. And so finally, as darkness began to fall, Vladimir and his one remaining dog just gave up trying to get help, and they turned around and began walking back towards their cabin. It was nearly pitch black by the time Vladimir and his dog arrived at the cabin, and when they got there, even though he could barely see anything, Vladimir knew something was terribly wrong.
Fingerprints.
Vladimir's outdoor sink, which sat right outside of his cabin.
What?
Kill, and then also
where was I?
Is this Siberian tiger, and very carefully he, as yet again one of his dogs is disappearing do anything about it right then. And so instead, Vladimir spent the rest of this day going cabin to cabin all over. Two just said no for the same reasons Ivan did. They said, Vlad, you have been marked by the tiger.
So goddamn confused.
And so finally, as darkness began
What
to
are you
fall,
talking about,
Vladimir,
Eli?
one remaining dog, just gave up trying to get help. And they turned
I'm sure
around
you're
and
making
began walking
sense,
back
but
towards
I'm
the
just
cabin.
too
It was
high.
nearly pitch black by the time Vladimir and his
Oh,
dog
your
arrived
fingerprints
at
on the car?
cabin.
Yeah.
When they got there, even though he could barely see anything, Vladimir knew something
I don't know
was
why I'm
terribly
doing
wrong.
that.
Vladimir's
That's a bad
outdoor
idea.
sink, which sat right outside of his cabin, was broken to pieces, like something had smashed it.
Yeah.
And then also,
I know what you're
boxes
saying.
had been broken apart, and there were obvious teeth marks all over it.
We
Now,
should
these two things had not happened when he had left that morning to try to.
we
get help,
should
which
make
meant,
a
very
car
likely,
channel
the
for you,
Siberian tiger had come back and done
and
this
then you
damage,
can
very likely
do
was
car
still
stuff.
in the area. And so all Vladimir is thinking is, I have to get in my cabin as fast as possible and shut and lock that door. And so Vladimir grabbed his last dog, and very carefully he maneuvered his way through all the wreckage. He went up to his front door, and as he's about to open it up, he hears whimpering.
What the
and it sounds like one
what
of
the
his dogs
funky?
who's gone missing, and the whimpering is coming from
I'm watching
inside of
them.
his
I'm
cabin.
doing
So
it.
without any hesitation,
Woo!
Vladimir flung the door the rest of the way open, and he looked inside, and he couldn't see anything at first, but then he noticed there was this kind of pile of broken up furniture from the day before, and the whimpering appeared to be coming from underneath it. And so Vladimir rushed over and he began moving the furniture out of the way, and sure enough, underneath it, he finds one of his missing dogs who's been very badly hurt, but who is still alive and who is whimpering. And so Vladimir, he's so happy
Oh,
that
what
one
the
of his dogs
fuck,
is
bro?
okay, and he grabs his dog. But unfortunately for Vladimir, this was a trap.
What the
Now,
fuck,
we don't
bro?
know this for sure, but the leading theory is this Siberian tiger actually set this trap on purpose to catch Vladimir.
That's fucking retarded. My God, animals don't have that much fucking forethought. That's actually the stupidest thing I've ever heard. Like, you gotta make it believable. Like, that's the thing. If you're gonna do this, make it believable. Oh, Nexpo. Do we watch Nexpo? Maybe. No. That sounds boring. Let's watch more scary stories. What? What? Why the fuck is he making these kind of okay. Yeah, exactly. Like, that's retarded. They would just eat you. They don't try to trap you. Chills? Okay.
Number 5.
Shut up, bitch. Alright.
Number 15.
Number
Two friends
15.
look out the window and see a mysterious figure dressed in all white,
Okay.
roaming the graveyard without
check
shoes.
my IG.
She has her head down and pays absolutely no attention to them, even as they call out to her.
I fucking hate this guy's cadence. Why does he talk like that? Speak normal, goddamn. Alright.
What you doing, girl? Yo, that is creepy as. What happened? What the fuck is she doing? Why she touching other people's graves?
Finally, she starts to walk towards them, and they quiet down. One of the friends quickly points out that now she knows where they live. He screams out the window that she's scaring him, and she walks away, still completely lost in her own world. Here's where
I
things
shouldn't
get
do
even
that.
more weird. She heads to the back of the graveyard, spins around a few times, and then disappears behind a tall gravestone.
I'm holding this camera until she come out from behind that tombstone.
That's
Yo, she's not coming back. She's gone.
By the way, blurring the guy's like his watermark. I'm assuming that's what he did. Blurring the guy's watermark is really fucked up. Oh, well, at least you give him credit down here.
Go? We watched her walk behind the tombstone and she's gone.
They think that she has vanished.
Kurt
but I think
Cobain
she could have
Part
just
2
been
is
sitting down
crazy.
on the other side. The two friends say that they kept filming for a long time and never saw her again. So maybe
On
she
March
really
2nd
did
of
disappear.
2025.
Still,
Okay.
it's hard to tell if this
Okay,
was a
we'll
genuine
watch this.
spirit or just someone with a
This guy can speak English in a proper manner.
Woman named Jeanette moves into a new
He doesn't
apartment,
speak like a
unaware
fucking
that she would
idiot.
film something very unsettling while moving in. Ever since getting the keys to the place, she's been documenting her entire moving in process. But then one day, while making a video, she records this.
Can I help you?
Remember? We're friends.
No, no, I don't remember. I don't remember. Please get out of my apartment. Please get out of my apartment. Please get out of my apartment.
A man who she doesn't know suddenly appears in her apartment. He most
Shoot the
likely
guy.
walked in after seeing the door was
What the fuck is that? Why the fuck is my garage door so goddamn loud? What were these noises?
Can I help you?
Remember? We're friends.
No, no, I don't remember. I don't remember. Please get out of my apartment. Please get out of my apartment. Please get out of my apartment.
I don't... There's a reason there's a gun in every corner of my fucking room. Because if something like this happened to me, I take 2 steps and the guy is dead. It's like, even if this person had a gun, if they had a gun, they had it in like their bedroom or something. This is why I carry a gun on me at all times, no matter where I am, in my house, outside. I don't care. I have a gun on me everywhere I go. For this reason.
a man who she doesn't know suddenly appears in her apartment. He most likely walked in after seeing the door was unlocked. Now, while it's unsure if they caught him, viewers are completely baffled by something else in
I don't
this
know.
video.
That's a good point.
The door opens on its own right when
Yeah.
Gina is heading towards it. In the heat of the moment, she didn't.
You know how that happened? You know how that happened? I can guess how that happened. See, I would have believed this up until the door thingy. I can tell you how that happened. They had it tied to a fucking string, and the guy who walked in pulled it while she was running out so that she wouldn't have to, like move the record. I don't know why, but that's my guess. This seems fake after seeing that.
Realized this until much later when viewers pointed this out.
Okay, update.
Yeah, fishing line.
I'm just as confused as you guys are. I have no idea what happened. All I know is whatever happened, I'm grateful to whatever opened this door because
I get okay, I know why. I know why they did it. This is some person who's trying to do some religion shit. That's what this is. I bet you they're trying to make it look like some higher power did it. That's what they're doing.
if this didn't open, I don't know, some things probably would have happened. So.
Now, thankfully, Jeanette makes it out safely and immediately gets help. But despite this terrifying encounter, nothing would prepare her for what occurred only a few nights later.
It's staged. When something happens and then something happens again, like a few nights later, it's staged.
As she writes, "I have no words to explain this." While trying to record a cute video with her cat, this happens.
This is the fakest thing I've ever seen. Things only happen when she's recording. She just so happened to be recording every time something happened. Like the first time she was doing yoga or some shit. She just so happened to be recording, and that guy walks in. And then this one, she just so happened to be playing with her cat and recording when this happens. And once again, if there is something actually happening, pepper spray is stupid. I hate pepper spray. Carry a gun. All right. I don't know how you would do that, but I have some guesses. They were willing to do fishing line on the door, which means they're willing to, like, use outside objects to do this. So what I think they did is cut a hole in the bottom of the mattress and through the mattress. Maybe they were going to throw this mattress away. They cut a hole through the bottom and then put fishing lines tied to it, like looped around the thing and threaded through the blanket and all that, and then pulled down. That's my guess. That's a lot of, like, effort, so I could be wrong, but that's the only thing I can think of. Either way, the only thing that happened is this, and the noise. All the other shit was filler. Just running around.
As it seems, the intruder wasn't the only presence inside her apartment. On her bed, this happens. An indentation.
And if you're gonna do this whole fucking ghost thing, why have the intruder? It just makes it even weirder and even more, like, less, or even more unbelievable, like less believable. It's not a good angle.
Begins to form, as if someone had gone on the mattress. But then another imprint begins to emerge, causing Jeanette to freak out. Understandably, she scurries over to another corner of the room while trying her best to remain calm. From here, we can barely see the indents, but looking closely, either a black speck or something like it appears on the bed. Terrified by this, and more so by the person outside her door, she calls the police and spends the night at her neighbor's. And yes, her cat also came along. Now while police
That is a
find the
really
intruder who
cute
ran
cat.
away, they have no explanation for what occurred in this video. However, this wouldn't be the first time that something like this has happened.
Yes. What Eli said.
It was right there between the green table and the bed.
All this shit keeps happening. Why would 3 things happen? And here's what I'm guessing. They uploaded the first 2. Or they uploaded the first one. People believed it, so they uploaded the second one to ride on the whole, like, the virality of that. And then people started questioning whether it was real in that one, so they made this one where they changed some things, like not acting like whatever's happening happened on video. They're saying, oh, well, something happened and now we're gonna go record to show you guys what happened.
Against the wall like this.
Like, after the fact. Yeah, see, like this. So
Oh my god. Tell me how
Given both incidents, the question is begged, just what is going on with Jeanette's new place? And why is it that something unusual takes place during a break-in? She continues to share videos of her moving in journey, but
Yeah.
thankfully, no new intrusions have occurred since then. As always, let me know your thoughts on this one. In the following video, a young girl is playing a game by herself when something happens that scares the living daylights out of her.
The sky is blue, and I see you.
What?
Although nothing is seen, she swears that she saw a face inside her bedroom.
Ow. So she's okay. So she's recording for some reason and says that weird shit. And then she sees something in the bedroom that we can't see. Also, so here's the video for everyone asking. She recorded this, which means there was a video before this where they just explained what happened. And then people were like, well, where's the video? So they were like, oh shit. Well, go record yourself saying some weird shit and then pan down and show the room. And we'll say there was something there. Show them the real ghost footage. Yep. Yeah. We've been doing some ghost hunting. You guys will see. I'm not gonna release the St. Edward's things yet, because I want to finish out the series before those go out. But whenever that happens, you guys will see some ghost videos.
Apparently, this is what happens when you play the game that she was playing. It's called The Sky is Blue, and the objective of the game is to record a floating face on camera. Now, seeing how scared and shaken up she was, her parents deemed it necessary to ban her from playing the game inside the house. But despite this rule, she continues to play the game.
That's the stupidest thing I've ever fucking heard in my life. Hey, this kid has no common sense. If you see something that you don't like and then you continue to do that thing, you're gonna get the same outcome. You're retarded. Second, no, the fuck, this did not happen. Third, that's a stupid fucking game.
Sky is blue, and I see you.
Yeah, get fucked, dumbass. Haha.
Although having broken this
Fuck
rule,
you.
she wouldn't be the only one in her family to break it. Her older sister Vicky wanted to see what it was that freaked out her little sister when she played this game. So, she plays it with her.
What do?
You go, the sky is blue, move down and say, and I see you. And you want to look for a baby's face.
The sky is blue, and I see you.
That's not how you do it. You have to point up at the ceiling and...
That's what I did.
God, I hate children so much.
slowly go down.
Why do I have to do it slowly?
Shut up,
Because
bitch.
that's how it goes.
The sky is blue.
Like before, nothing appears. But one night, when Vicky decides to play the game with every room inside the house since no one else was home, this happens.
The sky is blue, and I see you. The sky is blue, and I see you. The sky is blue, and I see you.
Why all this? Just do the clip. where the thing happens. Oh, Eli called me. Yo, you called? Oh, yeah. Oh. Yeah, that's retarded. Yeah. Um.
Best thing ever gonna. Ericon. I was a. Hey, I will. And you're not.
They,
The sky is blue, and I see you.
nope, that's retarded. Fuck you.
The sky is blue.
Alright, are we gonna get to the
see
point
you.
soon?
But until more people share their
For those of you asking, this is what
occurred inside her bedroom. Vicky was completely shaken up by what occurred inside her bedroom. There are freaking
Oh my god, the structural integrity of my house is fucking terrible.
explained. In the following video, Diana Sudi and her brother are freaking out after seeing many police cars pulling up to their backyard.
One that now looks like there's another one.
There's another one? Oh, you're right. What the hell is...
This is what a police raid looks like. Don't open the door. You're going to prison.
It appears that all the policemen are checking out this trailer. Something about it must be worth examining because, as it seems, a lot of cops are going inside. According to Diana, the trailer belongs to her father and he's been renting it out to someone. However, the person living inside has not left the trailer for more than a week, which is why the police are here. They're conducting a welfare check to see if the man inside is okay, but upon checking, they discovered something rather unfortunate.
He's not coming out. They're doing a check.
The man had passed away. Now it's worth mentioning that during this recording, Diana and her brother didn't know the man had passed. They were just recording all the commotion that was going on in their backyard. But as they got closer to the trailer, Diana captures something that she can't explain. The following is her footage. Watch closely.
I'm
Right there. Wait, they're going up to Tom's place. So wait, you said the light wasn't off.
Yeah, exactly. And I knew something was going on. That's a lot of cops.
Holy shit, what the hell?
They're coming out.
Are they calling something in? Going back over. What was Tom doing?
Is there like an app you can check or something to figure?
Neither Diana nor her brother had noticed the small figure. They don't recall ever seeing the silhouette from the recording, which makes them think that it was never.
That's stupid, is what that is. I'm gonna end stream. We're about hit an hour and a half. I'm thinking if Eli pulls up, whenever he pulls up, we're gonna do some more videoing. So stay tuned for that. Maybe I'll maybe I'll drink some before I end stream. Probably not. No. You gotta watch the vlog for that. If you wanna see me get drunk, wait for the vlog of tonight. I'm gonna get real fucked up. Me and Eli both are. That's gonna do it. Like, subscribe. This isn't a YouTube video. Subscribe. Fuck you. Where the fuck did... Hold on. I gotta find my music. Fuck you. Bye. Stream ending. Yep, that's the one. Yes, shots. Pull up, we'll do shots. That's... I have a bottle.